Good morning.
Good morning.
I was talking with Michael Fassbender last night, and he told me that he came up with the name of the counselor, or for an actual name, but then wouldn't tell me what it was. But he said he came up with certain facts about the character. What is something that you came up with a character for yourself that maybe wasn't necessarily in the script?
Well, like always, when you read something and you connect with it and you decide to do it and start preparing to really get to understand who that person is, if the material is well written, like in this case, through that process you find so many surprises, so many layers. I think Cormac McCarthy is an amazing writer. I've been very lucky that I've worked 2 times with his material, All the Pretty Horses, and then in this one, which is a great privilege because it's his first script ever. And I was blown away when I opened the first page and I saw those dialogues. And that continued that way, like every scene is 15, 20 pages long. Well, maybe not 20, but 10, 15 pages. And it gives so much space for us, for the actors, to really breathe in a scene, and start in a place and travel somewhere else. I love that it's really not a formula script. It's really free and really. There are not many like this. It's hard to find material like this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Would you say that your character could be classified as innocent, or does she just seem innocent compared to everyone else?
I think she knows. She's aware of things. She's sensitive, but there is an innocence to her, and also in a way she chooses not to make too many questions. She knows that he's in trouble, and she knows way before that phone call, before the phone call when he says to her, I'm not going to be able to call anymore from my cell phone and I am in trouble. And she knows before. She's not asking because it's the way she has to tell him, I trust you, I'm sure you're going to be able to handle whatever it is. I'm here for you, but it's not like she's in the clouds, like she doesn't know that something is really wrong. She's just not part of that club. And the counselor either, it's like playing with fire and see what happens. And of course he gets burned in a very terrible way.
Absolutely. You've worked with so many incredible directors throughout your career. In what way is Ridley Scott different than the other directors that you've worked with?
All the great ones are very different from each other, and of course they have things in common in terms of they can really blow you away with the way they work, the way they set up a shot, the way they talk to you and give you a few jewels that you can have, to work with, but then give you all the freedom. And with Ridley, I knew him before because I'm friends with his wife, and we hung out together a few times before, and we talked about making other projects together, but it didn't happen. And with this one, I was so excited to finally work with him. And I admire him so much. He's done some masterpieces, and it's really great to see him get there in the morning and set up a shot. 4 or 5 cameras. It's like he has 100 eyes everywhere. He gets into the room, and it's really beautiful to see him work. Really, I see him like a choreographer, in a way. It's really impressive to see that.
And it comes across in the movie, absolutely. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is the scene between you and Cameron Diaz, because it's such a sharp, the beautiful dialogue, the beautiful shots, everything was amazing about it. What do both you and Cameron have to bring to that scene to make that something like that work?
Like with all the other scenes, everybody has to do their homework and get there with enough information and knowledge about the character so you can throw all that away and just be there with that person and see what that day is going to bring, because it's a very alive process. We don't have control on what's going to happen that day. That's why I feel like I try to study and get ready before as much as I can, and have as much time as possible preparing my character so that I can break everything once I'm there and adapt to whatever happens, because things can go wrong. It can start raining and you might have to do it a different day. the actor you are working with is gonna surprise you too. That's the beauty of this, that we have no control. And I'm a control freak, so it's like this is my constant training of, letting go in a way.
Absolutely. I could talk to you all day. You're always so amazing to talk with. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
it.